Hello students and welcome back to my channel. Tonight in this lesson, we're going to be working on more words containing out in the advanced vocabulary building section. So you know what we have to do. We have to get started with our lovely work screen. And this is Build Your Vocabulary, lesson 34. Words containing out, number 4, because there's already 3 others, words containing out. So you already know that having a strong and large vocabulary is necessary for communicating with others, reading, writing, listening, and speaking in English. I chose words for you that are not typically found in a basic English program, but nonetheless are very important and very common English words. I want you guys to learn these words by heart and incorporate them into your daily speaking whenever possible. These are the words that you will be learning in this lesson. We have the word burnout, outlaw, outgrow, outrage, outlive, outsmart, outburst, and outnumber. So you can see that the little word out is in all of these 8 words. Great, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with the word outrage, and this word means a strong feeling or reaction of anger, shock, or resentment, usually caused by an injustice. Let's look at some sample sentences. Public outrage continued to intensify as the details continued to unfold. The decision to increase the work week by 3.5 hours and to decrease wages by 5% caused understandable outrage among the workers. The demonstrators expressed their outrage on the streets for 3 days. Everybody was outraged by the judge's decision not to hold the companies accountable for their actions. She gained a lot of supporters when she took her outrage to social media. Due to escalating outrage, he had no choice but to resign after the scandalous incident. False media information is what is causing the outrage. Initially, I was shocked and speechless. Then I was outraged. Now the word outburst, and this word means a quick and sudden release of strong emotion, sentiment, or feeling. The Superior Court judge reminded the people in the courtroom to refrain from any emotional outbursts at the moment the verdict was delivered. Due to many weeks of stress, fatigue, mandatory overtime, and impossible deadlines, several emotional outbursts occurred among the workers, no doubt. His controversial statements caused an outburst of anger and rage from the people in the audience. The presence of journalists and flashing cameras prompted his outburst of anger, frustration, and aggressive behavior. The announcement of payroll increases for all the employees caused an outburst of cheers and applause. She said that she regrets and feels very sad about her emotional outburst in class yesterday. She apologized to the class and to the teacher. Burnout. This is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion, usually caused by excessive and prolonged fatigue and stress from working too much in a stressful job and causing decreased interest and motivation, lowered performance, and negative attitudes. Many teachers suffer from burnout at some point in their careers. Our employees work 10-hour shifts Monday to Thursday and have a 3-day weekend to help prevent burnout. The pressures and responsibilities that come with being a celebrity can often cause burnout. Many healthcare workers leave the profession due to stress, fatigue, and long, unpredictable work hours, which ultimately results in burnout. Young and aspiring hockey players often risk burnout due to the pressures of juggling and balancing school, homework, home life, and team responsibilities like training and practices. A family that cares for a family member with a terminal illness can often suffer from burnout. I believe it. Outsmart. This means the act of gaining an advantage over another by being smarter or by being dishonest or deceitful or by tricking. He was a very clever teenager and often found ways of outsmarting his parents to get what he wanted. Intelligence agencies spend a lot of time collecting and analyzing information in order to outsmart the enemies and make crucial decisions to protect our country. An old and outdated security system can easily be outsmarted by clever and skillful thieves. She says that she often feels outsmarted by her cat. I can believe that. The members of the team meet once a week to discuss and find creative ways to outsmart their opponents in upcoming games. The cunning defendant thought that he could outsmart the whole courtroom, but he was wrong. Oncologists are continually working on outsmarting cancerous tumors that continue to spread throughout the body. Nobody ever thought that they could outsmart the FBI agents, but they did. Robots are outsmarting humans at an alarming rate. Now we're going to look at the word outnumber, and this word means to be larger in number than someone or something else. These days, debit and credit card payments outnumber cash payments. The police were outnumbered by the infuriated protesters. Fortunately, good people outnumber bad people in this world. Seriously, fortunately. Her successes in life far outnumber her failures. Available job openings outnumber available workers. Apartments outnumber single-family homes in this part of the city. Heavily outnumbered on the battlefield, the soldiers chose to surrender. Statistics show that women outnumber men in retirement homes. Okay, the word outlaw. This word means a person that is in hiding from the law to avoid and escape legal consequences or punishment, this person is considered to be outside the protection of the law. It's also a verb, to outlaw, which means to make something illegal or to ban. Let's look at some sample sentences. Using your cell phone while driving has fortunately been outlawed for public safety. In the past, killing an outlaw was not considered to be a legal offense, as he or she was considered to be outside the protection of the law. And that's true. Gambling is outlawed in some areas of the country. After a long search, the outlaw was finally caught and arrested. He is now serving 20 years to life in prison. The Canada Temperance Act, also known as the Scott Act, introduced in 1878 in Canada, gave each of the provinces the option to outlaw the manufacture and sale of alcohol during this period of prohibition. By 1917, all provinces in Canada, except for Quebec, had prohibited the sale of alcohol. Why doesn't that surprise me? I don't know, but it doesn't. Okay, next, smoking and vaping have been outlawed in all public places, including restaurants, theaters, healthcare facilities, educational institutions, as well as while using public transportation. Now we're going to look at the word outlive, which means a person, animal, plant, or thing that lives longer than another. It also means to survive the effects of something. My grandfather outlived most of his friends. She outlived her beloved husband by 17 years. He saved for his retirement most of his working life, but with the economy the way it is today, he fears that he might outlive his savings. Studies show that women outlive men by 7 years. Some of the old machines in the manufacturing plant have outlived their usefulness. Many ancient structures have outlived their civilizations. The planet Earth has outlived much abuse and many disasters. This is true also. Okay, now we're going to look at the word outgrow, and this is referring to when a person becomes too big to fit into something like clothes or shoes. It's also when a person becomes older and too mature for something that he or she found to be of interest or enjoyable in his or her past, like toys or games or friends. So let's look at some sample sentences with the word outgrow. We have to go shopping this weekend because my son has outgrown all of his summer clothes from last year. We started as a small company with only 5 employees, but now 20 people work here and we have outgrown our office space. You can purchase a previously owned school uniform at a reasonable price at the school, donated by senior students that have outgrown them. My daughter outgrows her figure skates every year. He outgrew his high school friends when he started college. Some children outgrow their allergies as they get older. He gets all the clothes that his older brother has outgrown. She has outgrown some of her favorite toys and has offered to include them in our garage sale on the weekend. Great. So that's it. That was another lesson with words containing out. And that was easy, right? The other lessons weren't easy, but this one was really easy, right? So if that video helped you, you can put a like on the video, you can subscribe to the channel, you can leave a comment down below, or you can ask a question or just say hello. If you guys need help to improve your English quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This workbook is available everywhere, published and distributed everywhere in the world by McGraw-Hill. You can find it online, and of course, you can find it on Amazon. This is the 4th edition. We know that because it's written up here. I always told you guys to get the 3rd edition, but now the 4th edition is out, so get a copy of the 4th one and not the 3rd one. Great. So this is a wonderful workbook full of engaging, stimulating, and fun exercises that will bring you to your next levels of English language learning. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. And if you guys get a copy of this book, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the workbook. Great, great. Okay, if you guys are having difficulty with your verb tenses, everybody tells me they're having difficulty with verb tenses. Every student that I've ever met for 30 years plus told me that they don't understand how to use English verb tenses. I don't understand why. It's really very easy. And you will find that out if and when you get a copy of this book, English Verb Tenses, available everywhere online. You can especially find it on Amazon, of course, very easily find it there. If you guys get a copy of this workbook, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the workbook, because sometimes students for any subject will just start a workbook, do 1 or 2 lessons, and then just stop working in it. But you can't do that. You have to go right through to the end of the workbook with this book. You will find the answer key at the back to support you while you are learning. So you can get a copy of that, and it will solve your problems. It will not just help you to perfect English verb tenses, but to master English verb tenses. Wonderful. So that's everything I plan to say for tonight. I want to wish you guys a pleasant evening. I already know what your next lesson is going to be. It's already prepared and ready to go. I may shoot it tonight, probably, and hopefully I will. So until the next time, have a pleasant evening and good night for now.